What's going on, party people? Welcome to Uncanny Alley. I am Allie, your hostess with the mostest ghostess. Yeah, this is just a place where we come together to keep it real because shit's weird out there, right? I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I do tarot, I do tile pulling, I do scrying. Um, right before I actually did a reading right before this, and afterwards when I was cleaning up, this card was on the floor. And then when I started to clean up for this reading, this card fell on the floor again, and I wasn't even going to use this. That's so funny. Okay, we're going to come back to desk. I wasn't going to use this deck, but I'm going to, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the vision that I was getting, the download I was getting right before this, right before that all happened, and I came here to prepare, was fizzy lifting drinks from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Fizzy lifting drinks from Willy Wonka. Now, the thing about these is I pictured like somebody drinking the drink and then going up really high, like understanding, like, aha, this is how we get up high. And then, just like in the movie, how they were so close to being chopped up and they had to realize, like, they had to burp to get down, right? Like, ew, they had to burp. So what that is translating, and this was going to be a love message, but then that came in and it was kind of confusing for me. Like fizzy lifting drinks, Willy Wonka, but I feel like I'm channeling a love message. And then with this card, now I understand. So what is coming through is for some of you, you're coming into divine connection, okay, with your partner. You are just about to, I mean, like, just about to, or you just have. And the thing that's interesting, the thing that's really special about this divine connection is for the first time in a really long time, maybe since you were a little kid, right? Like Willy Wonka, little kid, you feel a soul connection and you're like, oh my God, that's what this feels like. It's not a soul connection because this person checks the boxes or because this person looks like who you thought this person should look like or because they said something or because your heart, wants what it wants in this time space that we're in at that certain time. No, this is different. And the reason it's different is because when you're connecting with this person, you feel like a kid again. They bring out the best of you. My dog just got up. Like, yeah. They bring out, my dog just got up. They bring out the best in you. They make you imaginative. They make you creative. They make you think of all the infinite possibilities. And the desk, the reason I slipped with the word desk is because the other thing that came through, like right when that happened, it was Willy Wonka. The word desk I slipped on, and then instantly Spirit gave me a vision of Willy Wonka. I said, good day, at the desk at the end of the movie. And that is because you are done giving in to these false ideals about what makes you happy. So in the movie, how do they get down? How do they get back down? How do they ground themselves? They burp. Ew, that's gross. And so the person I'm speaking to, they're realizing that it doesn't matter what everyone thinks about the way they get back down to ground themselves. And by ground, let's make something very clear. When I'm talking about ground, I mean grounding in spirituality. I don't mean keep your head out of the clouds. My head's always in the clouds. My head's in the clouds. My head's in outer space. My head's swimming with the mermaids. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean grounded, spiritually grounded, connected to source, knowing who you are. And that's how you know what you truly want. Because it becomes the heart's desire. The heart's desire becomes the soul's desire. And it just is. And the things that are for you, you want them like plants crave sunlight. And the things that are not for you, like you run away from them, like the plants, wish they can run away from frostbite. I don't know. My analogies sometimes get a little crazy. But you know what I'm saying? This is something that finally is such an alignment with who you are. And maybe it's an unconventional relationship. For some of you, maybe this is the first time you're stepping into like a same-sex relationship. For others of you, this is somebody who's like maybe somebody of a different race, and you're like, I've never, and you're questioning things and you're like, wait, this is so stupid. Like, I'm questioning things because of either just what I'm used to or because of a narrative that I'm, something I'm comfortable with. And shit, like, it doesn't matter if it's weird or different to anybody else. Maybe your family has a hard time with interracial relationships, or it's something like that where if it's not an interracial relationship, it's something where one partner is like a lot older, one person's really educated and one person isn't. There is a difference, and it shouldn't, it's a what. It doesn't make who the person is, and you know that. But society doesn't always know that. Maybe some of your ignorant family members don't always know that, and so they're judging. The outside constructs have really affected the way you've allowed yourself to come into your divine purpose with your divine partner. And now you're like, wait a minute, maybe maybe the way I get back to my spiritual grounding, my spiritual grounding is to burp, is to do something that other people are gonna be like, what? Who cares? So you just do it, you stay prim and proper and you get chopped up by the blades of reality? No. Burp and get back where you belong. You know what? I think that's all I needed from that. I'm gonna move on to where I wanted, because this is an unconventional relationship I see. And unconventional just simply means it doesn't, like, I'm using that word for like ignorance sake, like the bubble that we put over a thing, like the outside looks at this as unconventional. What does that even mean, right? But you know that the outside, so whatever that means, whether it's the age, the difference in status, maybe this person has a past, maybe this person has a lot of kids. It's something like that where to some people, some constructs, it could look taboo, it could look like a challenge, but none of that matters. At the end of the day, you're going to drink your magic elixir to get your spiritual grounding and in your alignment with where you're supposed to be is your magical elixir. My dog starts drinking right now. Like, my dog is so connected with, like, she seconds it. She's like, I second her bullshit. Okay, these are fun. These are labyrinth cards. And that's kind of what I feel. Like, somebody's like, you have no power over me. This card wanted to come out. We're not going to take it. We're going to look at it in a minute. But this is going to be a short reading because it's short and sweet. Like, short and sweet like candy. Shoot. Okay, so this is like the Three of Pentacles. Okay. For somebody, it's been a really, really, really hard time for you to resign yourself to the fact that this is what's best for you. You've known it's what you've wanted, what you've desired, what you fantasize about, what you have, like, get hung by, you know what I mean? Like, this is it. But it's been really hard for you to take that leap and admit, like, say, like, this is, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to live this life. I'm going to be true to myself. You've known for a very long time it's what you've wanted. So it's not like you're having an epiphany about what makes you happy. You're having the realization, the strength to see. These cards want to come over, but they don't. You're having, so it's like the Two of Wands, right? You're looking out. The Two of Wands is interesting because, you know, you're holding on to one, but your focus is all out there, not realizing everything that you've needed is right there within grasp. You're looking out. All you have to do is look inside of yourself. It's all right there. And really, like, look at the difference between these two. Like, look at how much you lighten up. Look at how light everything becomes. Look how light everything becomes. We're going to look at this one in a minute. For somebody, the numbers 14 are significant, the number 6 and the number 8. 22. There's something about, gosh, okay, I just got like a go-kart track. There's something about a carnival. Oh my gosh, I have goosebumps everywhere. Like winning a prize at a carnival, throwing stuff. It's like I want to cry. I am such an empath. Like, I need to get my shit together. It's fucking my face up how much I cry. But truly, somebody is feeling so happy right now in this jovial kid space. They're like playing carnival games, like winning a little goldfish. Somebody who's winning a goldfish. I don't know if this is a memory that you had with like parents and it's making you think of this kiddie time, or just this energy, this space puts you in this creative, like anything can happen, you know, I can move from this idea to that idea. It's like fun, that energy of a carnival when you're a kid. Or if there's an actual memory, for some of you it's a memory attached to somebody. So for some of you, this is like a reconnecting. It could be to yourself as a child, or this relationship, this past person, and it just brings you. So this is the Five of Wands, and it's all of those things, all of those betrayals, all of those things that you lost, all those relationships that cut deep and hurt you. It's like they're all lightening because you're realizing like that didn't matter. It shaped you, it brought you back to your divine purpose. And you're almost like, thank God that didn't work out, because if I really think about it, that would have weighed me down. That's not where I should be. That's not who I should be with. I don't know, I keep going to this carnival. I keep going to a carnival, and it's a really good feeling. Yeah, like that stick, like, you know, somebody hits it and the thing goes up, like the strongman thing. I don't know. Okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. For others of you, um, the carnival reference is more like freak show. You felt like a freak show. You felt like all the best parts of you were never noticed, and all the parts of you that people gawked at, noticed, put on display, paid attention to, they were like totally misunderstood. It wasn't, not only was it the worst parts, and we all have them, but like people only wanted to like look at your vulnerabilities, look at your shortcomings, but they were getting them wrong. It wasn't even like an accurate depiction of who you are. It was just, you know, you would do something, you would do something kind and they would call you weak. You would say something in your truth and they would say you're emotional. You would make a big fun decision and they would be like, are you, you know, are you okay? Like, it's just kind of telling you who you are. Look, like trying to get another strongholds on you. Yeah. Just that divide, like a constant, every time you felt like you were moving into your purpose, the world, but the world, and specifically, there's something here about like a parental figure, a father figure, or an elder, and the way like they think things should be done, and you fighting so hard against tradition because they're good people, they raised you right, and so you feel like you owe them this and you should be honoring them, because if they think this, then it has to be right because they're such good people. That's not always true. And you're finally realizing that, and you're finally realizing you don't have to resent them. You don't have to resent the people that don't accept you fully. And the way you don't resent them is by honoring yourself, because when you walk in your truth, they could take it or leave it. You don't resent them because you don't have anything to feel like that scarred you. The second you step away from your divine purpose because of what somebody tells you you should or shouldn't do, well, now there's a resentment. You took it away from yourself, but you've allowed their narrative or their construct to allow you to take it away from yourself, and that builds resentment. But if you stand in your purpose, they don't have to like you, they don't have to accept it, but resentment doesn't happen. There could be separation, there'd be anger, sadness, but resentment is a different thing. So that is the big lesson here. Thank you, Holy Spirit. This is a big deal. This is 7 cards here. Interesting. So we're going to put this one away. 8 was significant. 8 is infinite, but 7 is completion. It's like spiritual. It's like that spiritual journey and the completion of it to the other side of that spiritual path, that growth. And here's where you are. This is really important, because there's a lot of resentment underlining with these relationships, a lot. And you can't do anything about the resentment that anyone else carries over. You can't do anything about the ugliness or the shit they brought over from their parents or their past. But what you can do is about yours and clear your karma. And you're doing that because you're realizing, like, oh my God, Labyrinth, you have no power over me. You have no power over what they do, but they have no power over your place in this world, your happiness, your course, any of that, once you take full control of your power. That's it. That's all you have to do when you're realizing that. And you have to do that. You have to fully relinquish that guilt, because you're not stepping into your power if you're like, I'm powerful. Don't say anything. I'm powerful. I know, I'm really sorry. Do not make excuses. You need to stand in that power and say, this is who I am. I'm not sorry. That's the important part. This is who I am / I'm not sorry. Not, I'm sorry, this is who I am. It is not stepping into your power. This is who I am. I'm not sorry. I'm the king. This is the King of Cups, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? This is overflowing love. This is truthful love. This is love from source pouring into oneself. This is redirecting one into their true purpose. This is giving attention where attention is deserved. I'm going to end it there because, yeah, right? Because we're supposed to. And this card that kept falling, look at how interesting, right? The fizzy lifting drinks. So there's up and there's down. Down, we've got those barren trees. We've got those isolated snow trees. And then up, that's the ticket out of there, the golden ticket. The golden ticket. And the bubble in the middle. The bubble, the fizzy lifting drink. I didn't think of that. You know, who gives a shit? You're burping. If burping gets you down, if it's unconventional, if it looks weird to somebody else, if they're like, what are you doing? Who fucking cares? You get chopped up by the blades of life when you don't stick to your purpose. But me, I'm going to go back down to my spiritual source. I'm going to grab that nourishment and I am going to go live my purpose. I said, good day, sir. If you like what I have to say, please give it a thumbs up. And please come back and join me. I like you. Until we meet again, stay wild, stay weird, stay wonderful, but most importantly, stay you. Mwah.